The school here, when I was asked in the back which gospel we were going to use today, because there's a choice between a short version and a long version, I said, we'll take the short version today, to which Father said, have I not taught you anything? Father Leon and I served together for 15, 14, 13, something like that, years over at Our Lady of Pompeii. I begin today's homily with gratitude. First of all, to Father Leon for sharing his pulpit with me. And if I recall, I have an hour, right? Okay, good. I too need to give the little thumbs up to the Felician sisters for the lifetime of formation that you have given me as well. This is the first period in my life where I am not ministering with a Felician at my side, and I miss it. Thank you, sisters. And I thank Sister Shawn, who we celebrate today, and who asked me to preach. I didn't realize how hard this would be, so I'm going to revise my invoice for the cost of this homily. Sister Shawn celebrates, as she told me, the trifecta today: 25 years of religious life, 20 years of work with the diaconate, and 10 years here at St. Greg's. Now, the trifecta is a horse race term. I don't know who's going to be at the races today, but we'll give you that today. Last week, we celebrated with two other jubilarians at Villa who renewed their vows, and I was moved most by a portion of that vow ceremony where all of the sisters present put their hands out over the jubilarians and prayed the words of Blessed Mary Angela over them. Listen to these words. We pray, sisters, that God may give you a humble love which expends itself, a generous love which forgets itself, a strong love which is not afraid of pain, a stable love which does not change, a patient love which can bear everything, a fervent love which never weakens, a constant love which never falters. It moved me because it gave me the heart and soul of the Felician charism, and that's love as a response to wherever you are. It's a love that requires courage and trust. Our gospel text today fits in so well. Our gospel calls for a particular kind of love response. In the midst of death, the Lord calls forth new life. Jesus' words, Aramaic, by the way, Talitha koum, little girl, arise. This, in essence, is Mark's portrait of Jesus, that it's the resurrection, the rising, that matters. In that story, only one of 4 stories where Jesus raises from the dead, he calls forth Jairus' daughter, and I believe all of those around her, to new life. A life that's based on courage and trust. Listen to Jesus' words when he's told that the little girl has died. Do not be afraid, just have faith. And that's Jesus' way of love. He's approached the first act of faith to step forward. He goes where he's needed. He calls forth faith. He does what needs to be done. And when that happens, new life springs up. It's love born out of courage and faith that brings new life. That's our call, everyone who's been baptized in this sacred space. through baptism to bring new life to others, to raise up those around us who are dead, who are hurting. It's the essence of our baptism, and for those of us who vow service in the church, it becomes the heart and soul of who we are. It's a yes that we all make, like the Blessed Mother. God says, I need you. I want you. Lots of questions, lots of reasons why we shouldn't. We say, why? And God says, why not? Why not you? Faith and courage brings you to that point. And that's what brought Blessed Mother Angela to where she was in her day, the whole spirit of the Felician order. New life, in her words, to serve where you are needed. Nothing earth-shattering about that, but the heart and soul of the Felician charism. For Blessed Mary Angela, she sought out those most in need during a politically troubled time and a politically troubled place. Sound familiar? And she brought new life. That's what the Felicians do today. Over 170 years ago in Poland, 150 years ago here in America, and 25 years ago for Sister Shawn. You who are here know the experience of new life with Sister Shawn. Each one of you can probably go into your memory bank and come up with at least one experience of how she raised you to new life. The 17 ministries here that she oversees, from the St. Vincent de Paul Society, which was near and dear to the heart of Blessed Mary Angela, to the bereavement people here, to homebound ministry, to new parishioner orientation, and on and on and on. When I looked at those and thought about those, I thought of one word: a ministry of presence. The presence that Sister Shawn has been for you. And maybe not just a once-and-done presence either. But I'm told of a story of one of the first people that she visited in her homebound ministry here was having a pretty difficult time dealing with the death of a spouse. Month after month, year after year, Sister Shawn visited, spoke, and was present. And today, if you ask that person would tell you what a difference she made in my life. A gentle presence that brings new life. For 20 years now, Sister Shawn has been involved with the diaconate. Like Father said, you can blame the Felicians credit the Felicians for everything about you. You know, I was part of the hiring of Sister Shawn in the diaconate way back when. So, same thing. The good, the bad, and the broken. Now, Sister Shawn teaches this class that everyone just loves. It's the Get to Know Yourself Better class, where you take this little kind of a quiz called the Myers-Briggs personality test or something like that, and then you get these 4 letters that kind of tell you who you are. Y'all remember that? I see smiles from the guys here. Well, just to let you know, Sister Shawn has the revised edition for you and wants to see you afterwards, to go over the new results with you. But I know from my time as the formation director of guys coming up to me and saying, I just don't think this is for me. And I say, give it a chance. Not Sister Shawn's class, but the diaconate in general, Give me a chance, give it a chance, And by the end of the year, when I talked with some of those guys who were really struggling, guess who they pointed to as the one who made it or broke it? Sister Shawn. Uh-oh, papers are sticking together, not good. Uh-oh, there's more to this than that, I'm sure. There we go. Good. All right, so that love that Sister Shawn has isn't a love that just pops up inside you. It's a love, again, that I said was based on courage and trust that's formed. And as I talked with Sister Shawn about what I should say today, she pointed out the Felician spirituality as key to her. Now, that Felician spirituality was all about community, ladies living together, searching and seeking God together. In the Franciscan way, with a little sprinkle of the Jesuit way, I found out as I did some research. The Felicians call themselves contemplatives in action. The Eucharist is the center of their lives. Their compassion for others is what they seek, so that they can live out a spirituality of joy. Joy that is, number one, Jesus, number two, others, and then look to yourself. Now, there's all kinds of ups and downs when you live community life. We all know those of us who live in family. You know, I'm living with my 5 grandsons right now for the week and just vying for the one bathroom in our house is a challenge. You know, but Sister Shawn, when she first started, she took a group of sisters from Assumption Convent to the zoo and then was going to take them to the Mother House on Dote Street in Cheektowaga. And as she's driving down the 33, she gets pulled over by a police officer. And the police officer says, "Sister, the speed limit here is 55. And she says, "Well, what are all those signs that say 33? No. That's the route number. Well, then the cop looks inside the back seat of the car and he sees these sisters that are clutching themselves. And he looks and says, "What's the matter, sisters? We just came off the 198. True story. True story. Community life is not easy. It's got its ups and downs, right? The responsibilities that you have in community, you have to navigate the world of personalities. You're one of them, of course. But when I talked to Sister Shawn about community life, she said, "There's only one thing I can say, is that I have all kinds of gratitude to my sisters who taught me the things I didn't know." What humility. What humility. Sister Shawn spent some time downtown at the Chancery, a little bit of purgatory for her. 10 years in the HR department down there. And those of us in parish life know well what it's like to deal with HR issues. And Sister is always, always the person you could go to seek sound advice and to get sound direction on where to go. That level-headedness when you're ready to blow your stack. This sort of love does not come easily, but it's a love, in the words of Blessed Mary Angela, that's a love to give yourself to everything that love demands. A love that's humble, generous, strong, stable, patient, fervent, and constant. A love that should spur us to do the same, to be the love of Jesus for others, to have and to give courage and faith, and to bring others to new life. This is our call, and it's been Sister Shawn's call for the last 25 years. I began with gratitude, and I'll end with gratitude. Thank you, Sister Shawn, for your ministry to us, with us, and for us. May the love of God continue to grow through you, with you, and in you. And to put a little bit of church in there, ad multus annos, many more years. God bless you.